welcome to Nerds Order Music. We're here with another interview. I am Metal Mayhem, and today I am with members from the band Atena. What's up, guys?
We're doing good. Yeah, how are you?
Glad to hear. So, tell me a little bit about yourselves and how you guys formed the band Atena.
This guy right here.
Yeah, I think it's like 10 years ago. We had like a week in what's it?
I guess upper secondary or whatever you would call it. You were 15?
Elementary school,
Yeah.
Or is that for kids? Is elementary school for kids like 7 to 12?
What did you call your school when you were 15 or 13?
Middle school.
Yeah, middle school. Yeah,
middle school.
Yeah, we had a week in middle school where we could play music, and our music teacher just put together like a group of kids, and I was in that group, and they told us that we're going to play in a band, and that's how it started.
Seriously? Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you were handed a bass guitar or something?
Yeah. He said I needed to play bass, but I didn't want to play bass, and he said, "You look like a bass guy," and I I just said no. I wanted to play guitar instead. Yeah, and then we just like continued playing, and then like people left and just did other things, and I just stuck to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
What made you guys think of the band name Atena?
I just browsed Wikipedia, and then I browsed like my birthplace, and there's like a rocket base where they shoot up like weather rockets, and one of the weather rockets was named Atena. That's how we found the band name.
Oh, I love that. That's great.
Yeah. Just really simple.
The most randomest things you can find make like some of the best names. I love it. That's great. What was your guys' like first big album that you guys made?
First big album? I don't think we've made any like big albums, but like the first album that like put us in a direction was Shades of Black Won't Bring Our Back. Yeah.
It's true. It was like it's more pointing towards the sound that we have now. On the album before that, there was a totally different lineup. I was the bass player. I didn't really sing. And it's more deathcore inspired, I guess. And then there was like a switch towards what we do now.
Great. I love how sometimes direction of music just changes over a small amount of time. Like you can go from deathcore to metal and everything in between. I love that. I love seeing the growth in bands over the years. It's amazing. What would you describe your song making process as?
I write most of the instrumental parts, and then I'll just send like MIDI drums to our drummer, and he just programs it like the way he wants to play it. And then me and Jacob like write together. Sometimes he writes all the lyrics, and sometimes I write all the lyrics. Like, and we just talk a lot, then trying to like make lyrics. Yeah.
But everything kind of comes from Vebjørn's head. Like he's the main songwriter, and me and Fredrik and Ulrik, we just try to help him when he needs it. Yeah.
Like they put like their style to it to make it sound more like a band, not just like a one-man project. Like if our bassist wants to play something else, he plays something else, and if our drummer wants to play something else,
and I'm given a lot of liberty with how I want to do my vocals, which is great. We're actually like we were just recording vocals before this, so you're kind of looking at the process right now.
Oh, nice! That's awesome. I love it. Yeah. That's great. Speaking about the song making process, what was the process behind "Death Is All I Think About"?
I have to think. That's 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah,
now.
I think we talked a lot.
Yeah,
about the song. We wanted to like make a really depressive song, just like really depressive. we wanted to have like a chorus that was like more happy sounding,
Mm.
and we have like an ice cream truck in Norway that has like a melody that everybody knows, and we just kind of stole that melody and just switched around to it. So it's like an ice cream truck melody that everyone remembers from when they were kids. So
But
that's like
it's-
the chorus.
It's tweaked, so it's always different, but it kind of comes from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. That's no wonder I hit it. No wonder I hit on it so many times. It just hits flashbacks a bit. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
the lyrics
sure.
with that were really deep, and I loved it. Honestly, like I showed some of my friends who have never listened to metal in their lives, and they're like, "Holy shit, we've been missing out." I'm like, "Yeah," because metal music to me is a way of venting out emotion and pain. And that's why I love music like yours. It really helped me out through a lot of hard times, and that's a big reason why I got into you guys. When I first heard that track, I'm like, I can actually relate. This is wonderful. That's
Thank
great.
you. That
Yeah.
means a lot.
We
Like,
appreciate that. Thanks.
It's
we're
great
not used
having
like
music like that. It's really
we're
good.
not like used to know like hearing about it, because like we're here up in Norway,
Yeah,
and we're like kind of isolated. But like we see that a lot of people from like America seems to like it really much. So it's really cool to like see the comments and like hear from people on the internet.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that means a lot to us.
it's
It
great.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
It
music like
wouldn't.
that, that's why I love metal. It's all pure emotion. That's one of the reasons why I got into metal in the first place. Is because of that factor. And being able to see that in the music is beautiful. It's just simply beautiful.
It's a great outlet for us too. Like,
Yeah.
that's probably what got us onto the performance side of it. Yeah.
What was your biggest inspirations for getting into metal?
I think you have the most straightforward answers.
Like for me it was just Rammstein, really.
Hmm.
And I was at like a road trip with my parents, and we stayed uh, at this cabin, and they had like I think they were sleeping, but I was watching TV, so I had to like have the noise down, and then I saw like a live performance from Kiss, and I thought that looked really cool, and I wanted to do that, but I didn't know what Kiss sounded like, because I thought it had like a sound from like Cannibal Corpse. So when I heard them later, I was kind of disappointed, but afterwards when I like found out about Rammstein and Cradle of Filth and all that, that's when I got into metal.
That's great.
Yeah.
Honestly, being exposed to it at a young age is wonderful. Like I was always exposed to it when I was a kid. Like a lot of the mainstream stuff like Ozzy and stuff like that. And then once metal really helped me through depression, I started getting more into underground. And that's how I explored. Well, that's how I discovered you guys and a lot of other groups I've been constantly listening to. And
Yeah,
honestly, I'm glad I did because some of the best stuff I found is in the underground community, not mainstream.
yeah, that's true. That
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's
I
more
don't know
heart and
if
soul put into it in the
yeah,
underground.
I don't know if like Jacob is into a lot of metal. Aren't you like more of a punk or
Yeah, I don't.
hardcore?
Yeah, I come from like a more classic. Like I've played guitar for years, and I come from more classic rock background, and it just evolved from there. I obviously like metal, but like I never got Slipknot, for instance, when I was a kid. Like he and the rest of the band are huge Slipknot
Yeah,
fans.
that's kind of why he doesn't growl. That's great.
Slipknot's
Well,
great. I fucking love Slipknot.
Yeah, me
yeah,
too.
but like the switch for me, like I obviously like metal stuff in regards to riffs and stuff before when we grew up. Like we were in middle school around like Bullet for My Valentine era, like 2009, whatever. But like the switch for me was Architects, like around 2012 when they got like in the sweet spot between
Daybreak.
Daybreaker,
Yeah.
like the sweet spot between the inaccessible early stuff and the more popular stuff afterwards. Like that really hit a nerve with me, which is why I'm trying to do that stuff, even though nobody can be him, etc.
I get that. Honestly, I
Yeah.
used to grow up with a lot of punk rock myself and classic rock. Like I used to listen to
Yeah.
all that, like Van Halen, stuff like that. I was
Yeah.
always playing that myself, so I can really get where you're coming from with that.
Yeah.
It's
Where
great.
in the world are you from? Like,
United States. I'm in a rather smaller state in the place though. I live in Connecticut. It's like one of the tinier states.
yeah,
What
So,
did you say?
Connecticut. I think.
Connecticut?
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
East Coast, right?
East Coast.
Yeah. Cool.
And then my partner, who I work with, Fraser, he runs Moonlight Promotions. He's all the way up in the UK, so we just do everything digitally.
All right. Yeah.
Ah,
Cool.
yeah, I thought you were from the UK.
Yeah, so many people say that. They go, "Are you from the UK because of Fraser?" I'm like, "No, I'm from the US." Like, you are probably the 10th band to say that. I'm over here like, it doesn't surprise me though, because he's from the UK and I'm from the US. It doesn't surprise me at all. It's funny as hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it though. Like, honestly, I can switch between metal and classic rock immediately. Like, I do get that part of it though. I go through all genres, so it's great
It's
seeing.
related.
Yeah, a lot of it is, especially with the rock and metal genres. A lot of it's all related. Especially when you look at the higher part of things like the festivals and crap like that.
And there's like in our music, there's a ton of influence from other stuff as well, of course.
Yeah.
I love that.
Soundscape stuff. Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Who would you guys really love to collaborate with one of these days if you ever had the opportunity?
I mean, we've done a couple of vocalist collaborations, like brought on features and stuff, because it's only one vocalist band now, and that's always a fun flavor. So we were just talking about some Norwegian rappers that would be interesting to have that only do that.
Yeah, it would be cool to like collaborate with things that isn't metal.
Yeah.
Because it's fun to do something different and yeah, make it fit.
More diversity. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, we really like, or I really like mainstream like rap and like things like Suicide Boys. That
Yeah.
kind of dark.
I've heard of
mu-
them.
Yeah, that sort of music. And it would be cool to like work with like music that sounds like that, because we don't do that music, so it's cool to like incorporate and put stuff together. I think Ghostman does it a lot now.
Yeah,
Like,
I've
it
heard
would be
about him
cool
as
to, like,
well.
yeah, so that would be really cool. Yeah, like different stuff that's weird, everything that's weird. Yeah,
That's great though. Like, the more diverse you get, the more noticeable you'll get. Because I've been doing that a lot. I've been talking to a lot of different bands, and diversity is like the big thing for them. If more diverse, the better, really.
yeah,
It's a good way to like grow, like making sure it's not it doesn't get stagnant to play in this band. There's always something new happening.
yeah. Like the only thing we do is like record music, because there's not much other stuff going on for us here in Norway. Because yeah, as I said, we're pretty isolated, like
Yeah.
from the metalcore world. So we just have fun with writing music more than like thinking about touring or playing shows, because there's not like a lot of that
Yeah.
sort of scene here. Yeah.
How's it been making music during the pandemic? Like, how's that been going for you guys?
We haven't really noticed any difference.
No.
Lucky you
lives-
guys.
Yeah, our lives pre and post are and during are just
Yeah.
exactly the same.
We only wear face masks, but that's kind of it.
Yeah, like you'd wear a face mask on the metro to get here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
But other than that, like I don't notice anything different. Like we can't play any shows. That's the only thing. Like if I weren't playing in a band, I wouldn't think so much about it, to be honest.
But we've had this like workflow that is normal now, with you working on stuff at home on your computer for the entire band's career. So
Yeah.
it's like there is no difference. We've never jammed out songs. That's yeah. So we had a head start, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I mean, hey, at least you're not like locked down like everyone else. Like my state right now, everyone's locked down. So like I've been inside for a while. I hate
Oh,
it.
that sucks.
We have
Yeah.
we have been having a week here
Yeah.
on lockdown, but that's it, and we're back to normal today.
Yeah, and
Nice.
we
Yeah.
both have day jobs in like really exposed fields, so we haven't been to like we've still had to go to work even though there's been a lockdown
Yeah,
because of our jobs. So yeah.
makes sense. I mean, honestly, everyone's busy with their stuff, and then this made it a lot worse for a lot of people. I mean, but
Yeah.
there is a good thing about the whole thing too, because it does give musicians more time to do their stuff, which I think is great.
Yeah.
'Cause some bands
If
have been,
you're
yeah,
well, you will still have to be inspired though. Like I would get that that might kill your inspiration if you just have to sit inside, but it is a good thing with the extra time, of course.
I was trying to write music like when everything started, but I didn't do it.
Right. So
Yeah, I wanted to play video games instead.
oh, I know that feeling.
yeah, I think
Mm.
everybody does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm either
Haven't
playing games or blasting music from my speakers, one or the other.
Yeah.
Sometimes both of my friends are like, "Turn it down." I'm like, "Fuck you," but no, it's great though.
I mean, it's a great time to be experiencing a pandemic with all the
Yeah.
all
Video
the
games.
all the media
Yeah.
and gadgets and stuff.
Mm. And then with the whole lockdown thing going on, I started up this project, and I'm just like, I want to do something productive, and now I just do
Yeah.
this, which I think
Yeah.
is
Cool.
fun. It's
Cool.
great. It's a privilege in itself, really, talking to bands like this. I think it's wonderful.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
I'm glad. That makes it all the worthwhile to me.
Great.
Let's see. My next question. I'm sorry. I'm so off today.
No, that's fine.
Let's see. My next question would be: what was the best advice ever given to you guys when entering the music industry?
I don't think
Oh,
we've
fuck.
gotten any advice.
Yeah. I'm struggling to like
Mm,
do. I don't know. I guess doing stuff ourselves, but that's kind of
yeah.
come from ourselves. Like that's our advice to us.
Adapt, improvise, or something.
Overcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
That's it.
guess.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it's still advice. Still counts.
Yeah.
But I think we're still waiting for an advice because, like, even though we've been playing for like 10 years, we still feel like pretty not. I don't know the English word. Like, I know there's like a lot of bands that started like 2 or 3 years ago and are doing it pretty great, and we still feel like we're kind of new to this.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's fine. Honestly, starts at their own pace. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've also done a lot of stuff on our own.
Yeah.
Like been quite independent.
Yeah.
So like the distance to
Yeah. So it kind of feels like we're alone all the time.
Yeah.
In a weird way, because like the only tours we've been doing has been like self-booked, and then we go to like there's no places that want to have like metal here in Norway. Like it's beginning to like metalcore. Like we're beginning to do like decent and good shows here in Norway, and it took us like 10 years to build that. And like the only countries that want to have like a metalcore band is like Poland, Czechoslovakia, and not Czechoslovakia, but Czech
Yeah.
Republic and Slovakia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Eastern Europe,
Yeah.
and
Same
it's
here.
kind of lonely.
Sorry. I mean,
And it's kind of lonely because we like the only place we play is like in cellars in front of like 10 people. But yeah, that's what we get for doing
Very
music.
cool 10 people, of course.
Yeah.
And like it's a good time. But
Yeah.
as long as you're having fun.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the yeah. I think we're having fun because we've been doing it for 10 years. So yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
metal's
yeah,
pretty
it's fun.
big here, so I do see a lot of metal shows every so often. Well, before COVID, like a
Yeah.
lot of bands come here to do metal. It's great.
Yeah.
How would you describe the metal scene there though? Is there a lot of metalcore or is it
Oh yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
like maybe 100+ people per show, and then there's a big festival
Wow,
that hits
cool.
every year called Warp Tour, where it's like 50 bands all day with like thousands and thousands of people going to check it all out. Like
And we
new
were
bands, old bands. It's like free for all.
yeah. We really want to go to like America. That's like I think that's like the biggest goal, I think. And that it kind of explains why most people that listen to us is from like the United States, because like we get inspired by like real like many bands from there. Yeah, so would be really cool to go there and see how it's like.
like the metal scene here? It's a bit more conservative in ways. Like everyone's a nice guy personally, but there's a lot of like kind of strict norms as to what you should do and not
Yeah,
in regards to get an audience. Like it's more towards hardcore and black metal and just music without screaming.
yeah. Like if you have amps and cabinets on stage, I think you're kind of safe. But if you
Yeah.
have like XFXs and 8 strings and play breakdowns and like a bucket hat, then that's a no-go here.
Oh, we love that here.
Yeah,
See, that's what we want to get over there, right?
yeah,
I can definitely see that. Like like every summer there's this big tour they do, like I mentioned earlier, with like all the bands. And the one who runs it, well, he's coming out of retirement after COVID's over. He lets anyone perform. Like as long as you apply and you have music, he lets you play. That's how it's always been since the 90s.
wow.
Sounds good.
Yep. And it's been a big place for a lot of metalheads. That's how I got introduced to metal, was when I first went there. Like, I always grew up with it, yes, but my first like big exposure was that festival. And that's just
Yeah.
like all day, like 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. It hits like all the states. It's amazing. They hit everywhere.
Like 10 in the morning.
Yep. That's when everyone starts getting set up, and then the doors open at noon, or well, 11 to noon. The doors open up, and then the festival runs until sometimes 9 p.m. And they hit almost every state in the country.
It would be cool to play like at 10 a.m.
Well, there's 4 different stages divided among the bands, so they all play different times. It's all organized pretty well.
See.
Yeah, it's a crazy festival. I went 3 times, and I came back with a mohawk the next time. It was great. Like you see, a lot of people do the old style mohawks, where like all black. It's great. It's like one of those really big festivals that is just a treat to go to, really, because you get exposed to so much music. And the thing I love about metal the most is you don't have to like hide who you are when you listen to that. You can be yourself, which is amazing.
That's true.
That's a big thing I got from metal. And those festivals are no exception. Like everyone's being their wacky ass self when they go there. No one's hiding from themselves. It's amazing.
I wonder if you could do it here in Norway, like if that when it comes to like the metal scene here, because if you have like a leather jacket and all that and go into the metal bars, then you're kind of okay. But if you don't, or like look like a rapper, I don't think you get well received there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some strict social norms
Yeah.
in this country. Like it doesn't hinder you from living a
Yeah.
free life. Like people are gonna look at you weird.
Yeah, you don't get like mobbed or attacked,
No.
but
Like I said, everybody's nice. It's
like
just,
I think a lot of people here
we're
yeah.
judgmental people.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, everyone's a bit judgmental sometimes. That's just human. That's just human nature.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know.
We don't. We get that sometimes here. Like for metalheads, we usually get that from everyone else. But it's like I'm just one of the guys who just doesn't give a fuck. Like I don't care. Like judge me how you want. I really don't. I could care less.
Yeah.
That's good.
And that's just everyone's opinion. That's how I look at metal. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's so bad." I'm like, read the lyrics, and you will definitely think differently. Like I showed my friend. I played my friend the song you guys did. That's all I think about. He
Yeah.
was like, "What is this?" He goes, "I can't understand it." I showed him the lyrics. I pulled up all the lyrics. He goes, "I was wrong." I'm like, "Exactly." Now he listened to that entire album. He loves it.
Cool.
It's great.
I got so many of my friends into metal. They always ask me for new stuff. Like, "What's this? I need to get new music." I show them a lot of your stuff and everything else, and they're like, "This is why we come to you." It's hilarious.
We're apparently a good soundtrack to working out. That's when we get a lot.
Yeah. A lot of people are working out to our music.
We like to lift and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is sure, cool.
The best thing about the music I showed them for like that's what I think about. For example, a lot of them use it to vent out their emotions, and it really helps them out. Like they've all improved their lives because of it.
That's
It's
great.
great. It's wonderful seeing that.
Yeah.
But do you hear that we're not from like that we don't speak English?
Yeah, they
Like
know
in
that.
the songs? Do you hear like an
It's
accent?
amazing that they still do that. I'm like, exactly. They put a lot of hard work into it, and they just love it.
Yeah, but can they tell?
A little
That we
bit.
don't.
A little
Yeah,
They
bit.
do?
Yeah.
Some parts of the song they can tell, others they can't. But
I was in Canada once, and I asked the guy on the bus stop where I was from, and this was in Ontario, and he, to be nice, he just guessed one of the easternmost provinces out by the sea where they speak all different and stuff, where they sound kind of French. That was nice of him.
Yeah. I always wondered about it, like if we sound really foreign,
Yeah.
like to English talking people.
Yeah.
A
I mean,
little
we
bit.
probably do now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's cool. So.
It is. I love it. Like, I love seeing people from other countries make metal. Like it's all different perspectives, and I love that. Because you got American metal, which is sometimes it's all right, depending on the artist. But when you really look at other countries like Brazil, Norway, Netherlands, that's where like a lot of the good stuff is, in my opinion. Like most of the music I listen to is not even made in my country.
Yeah, but it's a global thing, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
sort of the same here. Yeah.
Yeah. Since we're almost hitting that 30-minute mark, I'm gonna wrap things up. What is the biggest step for you guys? Like, what's next for Atena?
We're trying to get like a booking agency because we like really want to play more shows and like perform.
Yeah.
And we think we're kind of ready to do that now. That's like the main goal. We just really want to play more and travel on and like meet other bands that play the music we play. It's just try to fit in, basically. That's like the plan.
Nice.
Yeah.
And from everything I've seen so far, I definitely see that working out. Like I
Yeah, that's
really do. I really do see that happening, and that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
Thank you.
yeah. That's it. That's all we want. Really.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for watching. This has been another Nerds Order interview. Everyone have an amazing day.
Bye.
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 With all the tragedy